Prosecutors wrapped up their case today in the Kilpatrick corruption trial, and now the defense is calling their own witnesses.
Yeah, 7 Action News investigator Heather Catano is here right now. This is the chance for the defense to come out swinging and get their shots in, but the witness today didn't seem to help the mayor much.
Not so much. Federal prosecutors have said Kwame Kilpatrick hasn't paid the right amount of income taxes for several years because he wasn't reporting thousands of dollars in cash. Cash they allege is from bribes and kickbacks. Now today, the defense tried to combat those claims with their first witnesses, but by the end of the day, the prosecution may have used one of the experts against them. The defense teams in the Kilpatrick corruption case have been fighting off government witnesses for 5 months, and now it's their turn to throw some punches of their own.
This is just part of the process, man. We'll see how it all turns out.
Before the government rested their case at 10:45 this morning, though, they fired a few more shots at Bobby Ferguson. The feds say they investigated more than $2.5 million in cash withdrawals and checks written to cash from Ferguson's bank accounts during his 6-year period. But the defense has said there's nothing illegal about possessing cash and showed the jury many of the Ferguson Enterprises checks had things like truck parts and employee bonus written in the memo lines. Today, EPA investigator Carol Paskevich introduced 2 of those checks the defense had fought to keep out. They were written to the Golden Sun Jewelry Store in Southfield for $9,000 and $9,500. On both checks, the memo line contained the words truck parts. Paskevich told the jury they do not sell truck parts at Golden Sun. Ferguson lawyer Mike Rattay then showed the jury several receipts for actual trucks that he said matched other checks Ferguson wrote.
Any comment on today's testimony at all?
No, ma'am.
Kwame Kilpatrick's lawyer called the first witnesses for the defense, a sales director from the hotel where Thomas says Kilpatrick supporters gave him thousands of dollars in gifts at a birthday party. Then Thomas called CPA Gary Lehman to the stand to talk about 501c4 funds and the tax charges against Kilpatrick. Lehman agreed that if non-taxable cash gifts were left out of the tax equation, the government would not have an accurate accounting of the former mayor's income. But then federal prosecutors turned the tables and got Lehman to agree that paying for things like yoga lessons with checks from the nonprofit Kilpatrick Civic Fund would not be a proper expense. Lehman said, not even close. Remember, the defense is under no obligation to call any witnesses, but they will call a few more. That CPA won't be back on the stand until Tuesday due to a scheduling conflict. I'm sure they're hoping tomorrow's witnesses are a bit more helpful.
I bet they are.
All right, Heather, thank you so much.